Hello. In this video, I'm going to give you some ideas to improve your reading skills by looking at skimming and scanning. So as you can see on the screen here, skimming is reading for the main ideas. So you're not really reading everything, you're just looking for the main information or the general ideas. And to do this, a great place to start is any headings that there might be on the page. After the headings, you want to look to the topic sentences. Topic sentences are usually the first sentence in a paragraph, and this will give you a main idea of what this paragraph is about. After the topic sentence, you'll find the supporting details. Now, after that, when you're looking at the topic sentences and the headings, you want to try and focus on the content words. Now, content words are the important words, mostly nouns, things that give you an idea of what's happening, who it's happening to, where it happened, when, and why. Alright, now scanning, on the other hand, is quite different. Scanning is reading for specific details. So again, you're not reading everything on the page, but rather you're looking for one specific piece of information. A good example is looking for a phone number in the phone book. Of course, you don't read the whole phone book, but rather you look for what we would like to call keywords. Now, keywords are excellent. They're like clues that help you find what you're looking for. So let's begin with skimming. Let's take a look at skimming first, and we'll see a little example. So we were talking about content words, and I said they were different from function words. The sentence you see here on the screen is a great example. The man was injured in a workplace accident. He was working with dangerous chemicals, and there was a small explosion. Now, as you can see, the content words are red. Man, injured, workplace, accident. These are the words that really tell you what's happening. The function words I have here in green, and you'll see they're words like the, was, in a, he was. Now, these words are very important for the grammar and for making the sentence work, but they don't really tell you what's happening. So let's look again here, and this time I'm going to take out all the function words, and you'll see what it looks like with only the content words remaining. As you see here, man, injured, workplace, accident, working, dangerous chemicals, small explosion, you really get a feeling for what's happening in this sentence, even though it's not grammatically correct. Now, on the other hand, if we take out all of the content words and only look at the function words, we'll see that we're really left with nothing. The, was, in a, he was, with, and there was a what? So when we're skimming, when we're looking for the main ideas, the function words aren't really going to help you. What you want to be looking for is the content words. And again, looking in the headings or the topic sentence, which is the first sentence in most paragraphs, you'll be able to find the content words that tell you what's going on. Now, if we talk about skimming for a moment now, what we need to think about for skimming is the keywords. Okay, so I have the same sentence here again, but this time I have a few questions. Who was injured? Red. Man was injured. What was he doing? Working with dangerous chemicals. What happened? Small explosion. So you can see that the questions will lead us to the information we need to find. Who was injured? Well, we'll be looking for a person and perhaps the word injured. And here it is in the sentence, and right away we see it was the man. Now, what was he doing? This is a little more complicated. We're looking for a verb now, and we see here working. So he was working. What was he working with? With dangerous chemicals. And with the final question, what happened? We're looking for some kind of incident, some kind of event, something that took place. And in this sentence, the words small explosion, jump out. Now I say jump out, and that's what keywords do for you. When you're looking for a specific piece of information, you want to skim through, not reading everything, just looking for that key word, and you'll often find that it kind of jumps out from the page, and it's easy to see because you're looking for it, and not paying attention to everything else around. Now this is a very useful skill, especially in a situation where you have questions about a text. So let's take a look at a text and we'll see what we can see. I have some example questions here and some keywords for us to look for. What we're going to work with is an article from the province newspaper. So I'll put that on the screen now, and here's the article. Right away, when we look at an article, the headline, or the very top sentence, the big one, is what jumps out at us. And in here I see lots of content words. Sick, senior, treatment, health, appalled. Now, appalled is a word that means very, very upset, not happy at all, even disgusted. So just from the headline, we know we've got a senior citizen, there's been some kind of treatment in the health field, and the relatives are appalled. So we know it's not going to be a very positive story. Now, as we look down the page, things to look for is the author, in this case Susan Lazarick, the newspaper is the province, and here is the date of this article. Pictures are great. The pictures can give you a lot of information, and here is the senior herself. If we just look quickly through the caption underneath, we'll see here Barbara Lowry, that must be her name. I see shelter, Abbotsford, 75-year-old Squamish woman, okay, taken to shelter, social worker. These are content words. Squamish. So we have a situation here where a 75-year-old woman has been taken to a shelter for some reason. As we begin to skim through the article, we're just going to look quickly and not read the whole thing. Let's watch for content words and see what we see. So as I scan down here, I see grandchildren, senior, coastal health, appalled by her treatment, things jumping out here. No longer lives in Squamish, like them to come live with them. Going through here, bleeding and confused, oh my. Fallen down jumps out at me. Squamish budget inn, that's a location. Sore shoulder and ribs. Oh dear, this isn't a good story. Now we keep going through here. I see the words hospital is jumping up at me. X-rays pops out here. Oh, broken, discharged. These are important words. Okay, as we go through the story, we'll find that each paragraph has information for us like this, and we're looking for the content words to give us a feeling for what's happening. We'll keep moving here and see what else we see. Okay. Ooh, trouble finding proper housing. Okay. Contacted her MLA, the member of the Legislative Assembly. That's the government. Okay. Okay. Oh, welcome to live with him. I see. Oh dear, sleep on the floor. Sounds like they don't have enough room. I see here privacy laws, something to do with the law. Adult guardianship program. Government supplements. Okay, finding housing. See a lot of social workers in this story. Dramatic increase, demand for services. So I have a feeling from what we've seen, just through skimming, looking at the topic sentences, the headline, the main ideas, that this senior citizen had some poor treatment, she needs a place to live, and hopefully she's going to find one. Now, I don't know all the details at this point because I've only been looking at the content words that kind of jumped out at me to get a feeling for what's happening. But quite often, when you're reading the newspaper, you may not be interested in all the small details, and you just want to know the big story. So skimming is a great technique to do that. Now, in the next example I'd like to give, we're going to look at these questions and the key words. So a good example of a question on a test or something might be, how old is Barbara Lowry? If that's a question that I see, the key words that I want to look for are Barbara Lowry and some kind of number for her age. So if we jump back to our story and we look quickly for the name, Barbara Lowry, oh, jumps out very fast, Barbara Lowry, and immediately I see 75. Again down here, 75, Barbara Lowry. So by looking for the name and looking for specific information, in this case a number, I can very quickly locate that without reading the rest of the article. Let's look at the next question. Did the X-rays find any broken bones? Okay, the keywords to look for here are X-rays, broken, and bones. Now, of those three keywords, the one that will be the easiest to see is going to be X-rays, and simply because of this X. So let's go back to the story and we'll see how quickly we can find it. Scanning through here, so I'm looking, oh, there it is, X-rays. So almost right away, X-rays jumps out. Now my other keywords were broken and bones, and really close here, I see broken. I don't see the word bones, but we can look. She had extensive X-rays, but nothing appeared to be broken. Okay, so nothing was broken. Back to our question, did the X-rays find any broken bones? The answer would be no. The word X-ray brought us closer, and the word broken gave us the answer we were looking for. In the final example, we have a question, what does the Bloom group do? Now in this question, the only keywords we have to work with are Bloom group. This might not be too difficult to find though. It's got two capital letters, a B and a G, and this word Bloom has the two O's, which kind of may again make it jump out at us. So let's look for Bloom group in the story. We go back to our story, we're scanning, I'm looking across the page, I'm not reading the words, I'm just looking for Bloom. So as I come through here, looking, there it is, Bloom. Bloom group. Okay, so I'll read the sentence now and find the information we need. But the spokeswoman, Natalie Hill of the Bloom Group, which helps seniors with their finances and with navigating government services. So this is the answer. Which helps seniors with their finances and with navigating government services. We found the information we needed by looking for the word Bloom. Alright, so these are a couple of techniques to help you with your reading. It could be just your day-to-day reading or in a test situation, or if you're looking for specific information to help you in your day-to-day life. I hope this video was useful. Good luck and good reading to you.